What's up guys, Ryan from the MXG channel again. I'm a couple days late on this, but I wanted to update you guys, tell you a little bit about what we can expect out of the 2023 Beta RR race editions that were announced last week. These are Beta's top of the line bikes, guys. They've got the best stuff you can get on them. They give us 4 2-strokes and 4 4-strokes. And the big news this year is the KYB Shock, but more on that in a minute. So for the 2-strokes, you're gonna get the 125, 200, 250, and 300, while the 4-strokes are gonna be the 350, 390, 430, and 480. So these bikes, they're kind of blinged out, better equipped Beta off-road bikes. They get things like pegs, graphics, seat covers, traction control, but like I said, the KYB Shock is the big one for this year. And the 300 RX is also announced, and it's the motocross specific open class racer. That 300cc engine on the 300 RX is vastly different than the regular 300 2-stroke off-road engine as well. More on that in a minute. So what comes on the race editions? Well, they come with a quick release front axle pull. It's a red anodized lever you can grab to pull the front axle out. Everybody's familiar with those. That doesn't come on the RX, just the off-road bikes. You get the reinforced hand guards designed in-house by Beta. They're a little larger, just protect your hands better. You get the Metzler tires, except on the 300 RX, you get the Michelin Starcross. You get billet aluminum pegs that are extra wide with stainless steel gripper pins. You get an anodized aluminum rear sprocket with steel teeth. You get the blue gripper seat. You get the anodized black shift lever and rear brake pedal. You get a billet gearbox oil filler cap, engine filler cap, and oil filter cap anodized in red. The chain tensioners are red billet aluminum, and you get the new racing graphics. For the suspension, that's probably what most people are familiar with the race editions for, because they've in the past come with KYB forks. But now, for the first time ever, you're getting a KYB Shock. More specifically, the KYB C46 Shock. Beta says this project was a joint project between KYB and Beta Italy's R&D department in Florence. They developed the shock specifically for this bike, so this is not just a shock that Beta went out and just bought in bulk. This was actually designed for this bike, so you know, hopefully it acts good. The valving's not too stiff or harsh anywhere or anything like that. Also, traction control in the 4-strokes. You guys are used to the map switch for Beta being on right above the gas cap. I think Beta calls it the control panel. Well, that's where your traction control switch is going to be as well. And basically, this is just going to slow down. It alters the ignition to slow down the rear wheel speed in slippery situations. Now, all the 2-stroke Beta race editions and the 300 RX are premix, but if you're somebody that likes the oil injection, you are actually able to add that back to these bikes, no problem. Now, in the previous model year, Beta made some changes to the power unit to enhance the performance of the 200 and 300 race edition models. These changes have been retained for 2023. So, here's the following differences in the 200 and 300 engine. The 300 race edition gets a modified exhaust port and transfer port geometry and a different cylinder head, combined with a differently calibrated power valve. The cylinder head is different in terms of modified flow geometry and combustion chamber geometry. It's a higher compression head and has substantially more power. To better manage this, the power valve has been modified, the spring's different, the adjustment system is more readily accessible, and it has different ignition timing. On the 300 RX, which is the moto bike, the engine is completely unique. It's got a 72 by 72 bore and stroke, a smaller crank, a 38mm key and carburetor, which is larger than the other bikes. So this bike will be more, you know, that's what it needs for motocross. Now the 200 just has the different cylinder head, a single stiffer power valve instead of the 2 used in the regular RR, and it gives it more power at mid to high engine speeds. Now I'm super excited about these RR race editions. It's always one of the sharpest bikes out there. I mean, the Betas look so good, just the regular editions look so good, but then you get a race edition in and it's just like mind-blowing. And then it's, you know, a lot of you guys crave a modern 2-stroke but want that carburetor and modern suspension. And you know, that's kind of the niche that Sherco and Beta are filling. I cannot wait to see these race editions. And the 300RX, I've been wanting to ride one of those for a couple years now. Still have not got to throw a leg over. So hopefully I can find one of those 300RXs to test ride and do a video for you guys soon. Now, as far as availability, I did not see that in the press release, but it looks like the model info and pricing is up on Beta's USA website if you guys want to go over there and check it out. I did a quick glance at the 300RX motocrosser and noticed that the 2022 race edition was $91.99 and the 2023 race edition is $93.99. I don't think that's a ridiculous price increase based on everything that's been going on with inflation and the macro economy at large. So yeah, I'm pumped to see one of these. As soon as I get one of these in here at AOMC, I will do a walk around and show you guys a closer look, so make sure you stay tuned. If you appreciate these updates and want to support the channel, buy your parts from AOMC. It's the first link in the description. I'm Ryan with the MXG channel. See you in the next video.